Welcome to the Life Lounge Show with Rev Manuel.
Concubinism, like I say, side chickism, if you like, and Panache, all these things. And from where I sit, it looks like it's becoming a very booming industry, whether it's the men who are expanding it or it's some of the women who are also expanding it. Well, let's find out today. I'm doing this with Mavis
Hi.
and Pastor Prince. Yeah. Of course, we are going to look at the various angles of it. I mean, the legal aspects, the social and the moral aspects. Mavis, have you been a side chick before?
It's so funny. No, please, I haven't.
Right. I mean, socially, there are some people, some women, actually, the men are not too bold about it because they have gone to vow that I'll marry you and stay with you alone. But some women are actually very bold about it. That, Mrs. Crab, Mr. Pena, not 4 years, no problem. You hear those things. What's your take on that?
So I think emotional infidelity is now something like a norm. It's become a normal thing in our modern day world. It's something people are just encouraging. Like you said, people are not so shy about it like they used to be. They are all out there. They come out boldly. Yes, I'm a side chick. They are even given encouraging other girls to go into that because of probably the benefits they are getting from it.
Benefits like what? I mean,
definitely there are benefits because when you hear from them, they talk about getting kids. Some people think they don't want to marry. They don't want that commitment, but then they want to get that money. So they look into the money aspects, other benefits. Maybe they are being sponsored to school. Some get the chance to travel out. Like there's no particular commitment. They don't want to commit, but they want to enjoy.
Okay, so what would you say is actually informing the increase in the size of this ministry? I call it a ministry. I mean, it's a whole ministry. Yeah, because we actually, when we say ministry, we are quick to think about the gospel ministry.
Yes,
but
yes.
Whatever you are doing that is getting a lot of clout, getting a lot of people involved, it's also a kind of ministry. So if you are singing for God, of course, you're a gospel minister. But if you're doing stuff that is also working for Satan, then you are ministering, but in a different direction. What would you say is actually expanding this ministry? I mean, in your view?
Okay, so like you said, it's a ministry.
Yeah.
And in ministry, be it negative or positive, there are things you do to get the congregation, if I should put it.
Yes.
So it's all about the preaching. What are they saying out there? They are preaching the positives, I would say, is only the positive side they are encouraging people to come in to enjoy. But probably they are hiding the emotions behind, they are hiding the trauma, the physical and the spiritual, the emotional trauma. They are hiding all those things, but they're bringing out the positive just to make it look so beautiful, so enjoying, like there's no negative.
Okay.
If I should put it that way.
Okay. Talking about positives, I know, and I'm going to go to Pastor Price now. Many people, in fact, people will cite. In fact, there's always a Bible quotation to defend whatever nonsense there is out there. And people will cite very, very beautiful Bible quotations to defend this concubinism, as it were. Pastor Price. And of course, I know you know the history of this. I mean. Everybody goes like, Namu Christopher, you're Abraham. Did he marry more than one? And why are you killing us today? I mean, what's your take on that one?
I mean, in history and human life,
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, you can get something that you will misinterpret it to support it. Whether being in the Bible, whether being social norms, you can tweak it into the way that will make your conscience right. There's always a plan. When we deviate from a plan, the alternative can be made to look like the original plan. And that is what happens with these side chick issues and all that. The people are trying to buttress the point that even it happened in the Bible and all that. Every activity in itself, you have to judge the result that activity will bring because before you can approve or disapprove the activity. So in the beginning, if God was saying that there should be the man and the wife in the garden, that is God's original intent.
Definitely.
When will was given to men, it means men can step outside the will of God, but still God will permit it because the end the consequence you can't run away from it.
Yeah,
Because you have made a choice.
that's right.
So if you look at even all the people they will cite to push the agenda of side chick and people wanting to marry more and all that. For Abraham and Sarah, what happened when Hagar was introduced into the equation? It's a long-standing conflict that we are seeing in the Arab world.
Definitely.
Just a family.
Mhm.
You understand? But assuming Isaac was the only person giving birth to, that long history of war could have been avoided. So the end of an activity always will let you be able to either append the signature on the original intent or the plan than the activity itself. So when the people are doing it, and in fact, if you have even look at that, the order that shall not, they are for our own good.
Oh, well, yes.
You understand?
Yes, actually.
If you even
That
look
is
at
in God,
the
anyway.
normal
It's
practice,
yeah.
even the little I've grown to see, growing up, the little I saw, my first friend Jacob, Ade Jacob, whose father had 2 wives, I think they were even 3. When the man died, conflict, brothers trying to kill it. Like that one go. The second friend I knew in Kumasi, whose father had 2 wives. There's always a competition among siblings, and the siblings, they had good potential, but they are not living up to it. Because every mother is trying to make sure the other will not perform. Even the heart and the mindset alone can pull people down. So when it comes to this side chick business and what people are trying to normalize it, as my sister Claire was saying, they are preaching only the good aspect of going to attach yourself to a man who have the financial. Have you seen a poor man having side chicks?
Why are they not going for the poor men?
Why are they not going for the poor man? Can the poor man buy you a Range Rover? There is Legon landladies, side chick landladies.
Yeah.
Would they go for the guy selling coconut in front of them?
I really don't think so. I really don't think
You
so.
understand? So every activity is motivated by people's greed, especially if it's wrong, and people's ambitions, which is not rooted in the word of God, or using the word of God to validate their evil. The word of God can be tweaked in a different way.
That's right.
It can be tweaked in a different way, but depending on where you stand. So, God original plan, God permitted will, but the consequence of the permitted will, God will allow you to face it because you didn't go by the original plan. He can allow it, he can even regulate it, your permissible will, but you will let you face the consequence. So the issue of side chicks and all that, and what do we see? Because of social media, the ministry you were talking about, they are getting a lot of congregation members.
Yes, the membership is
The
widening. every
membership
day.
is widening.
Yeah.
How can a 70-year-old man be married to 25 for 30 years? In Nigeria, now you are saying that the girl is doing drugs in Nigeria, so you want to suck it.
Lord.
You understand? And
Yeah.
this girl was showing the glamour part of the relationship.
How beautiful.
You
it is.
understand?
Mhm.
So I'm in the first class
Well,
plane.
yeah,
I'm driving a G-Wagon. I'm doing this, which is not bad. But be in a process to be able to get them.
Yes.
Because the end is that the people get involved. They get messed up. You understand? But they will show us the glam. When the issues come, they will come and show us the problems.
Yeah.
They never advertise the problems.
That's right.
Because it's a lot of peace of mind. I've been married for 11, I'm in my 11th year. I've done 10 years, step into 11th year. I can tell you that nothing can be compared to waking up and thinking that I can leave my phone for my wife for
That
1
peace
month
of mind.
and just go. I use the same password as my wife. We use the same email addresses with the same password, everything. We have joined. I have nothing to hide.
Many
And I've
women
not had a single beep
Nice one.
when it comes to
Many women will
so
die
that
for your
that thing
eyes.
you can never nobody, being it a man or a woman,
Yeah.
can tell me you want to trade it for anything.
Peace of mind.
It can give you this. I check what do you get going to sleep with a woman for how many minutes and the consequence many years of life problems.
Peace of mind. It's one thing men always call for. We want peace of mind. We want peace of mind. But isn't it funny that many of the times, it's the men who go and bring in these side chicks and then disorient the whole peace that you're looking for in your home. And then many cases you hear this, because I don't have peace in my home, I went for the side chick. But the solution for peace in your home is not the presence of another woman.
But how do you introduce more problem into a problem?
But see, the thing is that, or Hami, and I will not mention the religion, but I counsel a lot of Muslims as well. And their women will tell you that, well, they were brought up in the polygamous home, so they are kind of ready for polygamous family. It doesn't mean they want it.
They have issues.
They're ready, but
In our day and time, a lot of them are divorcing.
Definitely. It doesn't mean they want it. It's just that they've been brought up in polygamous environment.
they've been psyched to welcome it.
It doesn't mean they want it. But one woman told me, she was like, when she had the problem, when they started having problems, when she started having problems with her husband, they went to see the imam. Imam said, the only thing Imam told the man was that,
Not solving the problem.
and in a woman's world, that doesn't solve the problem. That doesn't calm a woman down. So in addressing this whole thing, let's be frank with ourselves. Bringing in another woman with the motive that it will bring peace, or it will let the first wife or the first woman rather behave well.
But how do you it won't work that way.
Okay, so
That is what you said.
It really won't work that way, because the point is, when you marry people, there's something we call growth cycles. You will start on a honeymoon level when children are not in.
Yeah.
Along the way, we all change, but the women change faster than us.
Yeah.
Because they go through a lot of biological changes. It's getting pregnant, the body swells up, goes back, this, that. So even their roles along the line, it becomes very difficult for them.
changes.
If you don't work with a person out of empathy, you will think, my wife, because after some time, they can even lose appetite for sex. They don't want to do it. Because sometimes the body has gone through a lot of pain through childbirth that they lose some of those emotions.
Yeah.
So if you just want to jump in and go and bring another one, you go through the same problem. So I'm going to add two problems.
Yes,
and now your problem to
compounding
be
your
more.
problems.
Okay.
But on the legal front, and many people think that after a long time of being with a man, whether he's married or not, you automatically become a wife. Now, Ghana, we have a public policy. And the public policy just push together the things, our culture, the things we accept and the things we don't accept, including all these gay and all these things. We don't accept it. That's why it's still a problem in Parliament. Now, in the public policy, yes, some penal.
We don't.
So when you go to court and you say you are in penal, your matter is put aside, because there is no, in fact, nothing. There is no CI. There's no CI governing your issue. So no matter how long you have been with a man outside of marriage, even if he has promised you marriage, it is not marriage.
It is not.
What does you penal? And so you are not entitled to any properties, supposing that the man dies. And there's that thing. Every woman is waiting for a man to die.
So just to add to this one. So imagine you are married.
Yeah.
You can't just get up, go to court again that you want to remarry.
You are married.
You can't hide behind. Your wife is not aware. You can't go and marry again. You have to make sure the first one is nullified. Exactly. That shows that, just like I was saying, our society doesn't even approve of it. So why are we embracing it?
Well, that's why. You see, anytime somebody doing something wrong, they hide it. How many times would you see a good man, of course, who has his good family, and he has a side chick? How often can they be in public? It's always hiding it. But it's for some enjoyment. Anyway, so just to clear the air, those who are thinking that after a long time of being a side chick, and then some people say that the woman but let me put this out there. As a concubine or a side chick, and you have 4 children with this man, supposing that this man dies without a will, it is the children who have a portion in his estate, not you, the woman. So if some say that, so there are some families who adopt their children.
So that you don't get to have the kids and enjoy.
Exactly so.
Exactly.
So there is no way a side chick within the confines of our law that your name will never show up on letters of administration. When you die without a will, we say you died intestate. So that's why we do letters of administration, and then we see those who the wife must be there, the children must be represented, the family must be represented. There is no way
And the state will come in.
represented. So your children, yes, but not you. So let's clear the air on that. Ghana, we don't accept it. There is some penal and penal. So even if the man is not married, please make it official. At least, let something be done. Be called a wife. then we can talk about, some of these automatic things that can come your way. If not, it's just a waste of time.
Cohabitation,
Co-
people
yes.
stay with people, they don't
Yeah.
marry them officially.
It's a waste of time.
I would say that it's the bargaining strength of sometimes some of the women. I deal with a lot of women. We have an organization that support women-led businesses. And once you are supporting women, you get into the other side of their life. Even if it's business, you see their marriage issues coming up. And I can confidently say that a lot don't bargain well. You are living with the man. The right thing, once the person can sleep with you, can give birth with you, you can't just go and pay for your head. And sometimes what we are saying about the traditional marriage, it doesn't cost anything. It can just be a bottle of drink and some small money. And you are married to the person.
Right.
Yeah.
You are married.
There are some families just two snaps. They take it as dowry. And it's all
That's all.
for you.
You are good to go.
Like that.
Just the people, one side of it, the woman, the uncle, the father, or somebody, and your uncle. If these two 6 people sit and they present just a drink, you are a married wife.
That's the stand.
And the law will recognize you that
Definitely.
it was accepted at home that you are a wife.
Definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
But I don't know what the people can cohabitate and ignore that part, thinking that, oh, it's normal. Once everybody is seeing us that we are living and we have children, we are married.
That's all.
Until something happens.
Yeah.
Then the family will come in that we don't even know.
We don't know you.
Sometimes they know you. They call you ourselves. They are the person who brings
Family
family back on
But
this.
this time around, there's some benefits there.
They are seeing that the guy is having some property. They will say they don't even know that you ever stayed with the person. So it's not to your advantage,
Yeah.
to one hang around somebody thinking that she has a wife. And sometimes they know. And they are going in particularly because they know the person is maybe well to do. And they create, and it has a lot of problems that it creates. Apart from the family level,
Yeah.
all the businesses that in this country can transition from first generation to second generation, a lot of them are litigations in court.
Yeah, that's true.
The man will die and the children will be in court. There was a hotel in Swedru. It was three-star or 4-star hotel in Swedru. The man died and the children have been in court for ages. Then you get to the hotel, the place is grown with trees inside the hotel. That is how wasteful we can be when women are multiplied. And people don't do well. Even if they do well, in our time, when people are fighting, they can do anything. They can clone people's signatures, do something. There are some crook lawyers who will help them to do 10 things around it. The whole matter will be some way. So the Bible says, if you want to have a peace, even if you want to be a bishop, we don't want you to sit down and get headache, get one wife.
Take one wife. One thing that should be
Okay, so
but somebody is in financial what do you think?
Because they are living in lies. A lot of people
exactly.
don't live in lies.
And then like Pastor is saying, if you want to quote the Bible,
Yes.
why do you quote what benefits you? Like he initially stated, you always want to look at the scriptures that will benefit the things you want to gain. Because why do you go beyond Genesis? Go and look for David's story. But Genesis 2 tells you is one wife, one husband. So why are you not going for that? And then if you want to go for David as an example, Solomon as an example, what about Christ? Because these are men. But for us, we look up to Christ. So why are you not looking for Paul, who didn't marry? You don't want to look for Paul, but you want to look for David, you want to look for Solomon. But the ultimate Christ, you don't even want to look at Christ. So I think these things is just selfish interest. Yeah, it's just selfish interest. Look for Christ. And then if you really think, just like you said, because it's wrong, you hide it.
Yeah.
Are you bold enough, if we are talking in the context of Christianity, are you bold enough to ask your father if he approves of it? You don't even ask God. You can't go to God in prayer because you already have that guilt. It means you know what you are doing is wrong.
Of course.
Yeah, you know what you are doing is wrong. So if we Christians, we want to quickly quote David and then Solomon, and then even these people, we forget to look at the end. The results that these things brought to their homes, to their lives.
You mentioned David, and I remember there's one Fox pop I saw. They were asking some ladies in town, who in the Bible would you have loved to date? I realized that about 90%
Solomon and David.
said David. I said, but you these women too cannot handle polygamy. But this David was a polygamous man. So what are you talking about? So they probably like the strength and the handsomeness of David. Because the Bible says David was a very handsome guy. But they would not take his marriage lifestyle.
No.
The
The riches.
Yeah, the
Hey.
So
Yeah.
how do we mitigate this thing? Because I mean clearly polygamy, all this side chickism,
Side cockism.
side cockism, it doesn't help national development because we are talking about mostly scattered homes. Like they're saying, businesses have collapsed because daddy dies and there are children from all over the world who are clamoring for the same thing. But how do you think? How do you think we can keep if we want to?
So as a
With
people,
this in mind, that in
no, as a people, we need to redefine how society should look like and how we accept and how we should question the behavior of people. If we live in a society where a young man without a qualification, without work, can come on social media and just show Range Rover with money packed in it, and we are okay, and we are encouraging it. The next thing we see, the other young man is also doing the same. They are getting influenced by some of these things, not knowing the source. Nobody questions the source. Nobody is called to account for it. Then some of these things will be going on. I lived in the UK small, and where I lived, even if we sitting here, we are in the same neighborhood, and they know that I work at Sainsbury's, and today I come with a Honda CRV brand new. Tomorrow morning I'm in a Range Rover. My neighbors will pick a phone and call the police and say, this young man here, we know he works at Sainsbury's, but within 3 months he has changed 3 luxury cars.
Yes.
It will be good to know what is going on. They are not suspecting you, they are not doing anything. But society wants to put you in check so that you don't step out of bounds before it becomes a crime and before it comes to affect the whole society. Because where they live, if it happens that you are going to indulge yourself in drugs and people come attacking you and shooting you, they can kill innocent people. So to them, they have to mitigate the situation very early. So you'll be there and the police will come and knock at your door and say that this is what the information we have picked. We want to know your sources of income. A simple question as that. And you give them your name, they will run your name into the national database, find out everywhere you work. So if you are working at Sainsbury's and you have part-time and later, it will bring all of them. And they will know your weekly amount of money you get. And they will know the cost of the car you are driving, and they will match it. So you have to tell them where the difference of the monies come from. When we do that, we put society in check. We put people in check. So we are making evil look beautiful. So some of these things will continue to thrive. If you come to a country where somebody will finish school, has not worked before, enter into politics, and have about 50 mansions in 8 years, how do you justify that? And you know the amount of salary this person gets. If we are serious as a country, you know where he has worked. You know the number of years he has worked. You can just multiply his salary and can't buy one of the properties. How does he explain the remaining 49 properties? It's as simple as that. Elsewhere in the world, we will bring you to book. Former president of France, Sarkozy, is in prison. For 5 years. For 5 or 7 years. Do you know his crime is that he got campaign sponsorship from this man who died in Africa. What was his name? Gaddafi. Gaddafi sponsored his campaign. The politicians we see in Ghana who sponsored their campaign.
Unknown.
We are glorifying
You understand?
measurement.
And so this scientificism, if you want to really curb it, it should go to the grassroots of how we will not make it attractive. How pastors and the people, now in the same church, the man is having a wife and a side chick there.
And he's the chairman of the Harvest Committee.
Because he is having the big pockets. The pastor knows about it, the wife has reported it, but we have to make it some clandestine way so that things will go. People are buying the truth and they are promoting evil using the resources God has given them. So if as a people we really want to, if we really want to curb it, we should have a people who will have the boldness to tell truth, a people who will look at wealth from a different perspective, and not that because I'm holding Range Rover, I am I'm a good person. I'm rich. If a Range Rover, I killed somebody to buy that Range Rover, we should frown upon it as a people. We should question it and we should tag it so that people will be pushed to go. Given society without these rules, human beings can even eat people on the street because it's laws, enforcement, and moral conduct and moral compass placed by the society that move and guides the ways of people.
Thank you. That's perfect. Thank you. Mavis, your finals.
Yeah. So to add to this, I think we should stop looking down on people. Sometimes it's just the pressure coming from the society. They are under pressure to try and pick up the small gentleman out there who is now trying to get a job. He's being pressured to look like he's rich, he's all doing. So, like Pastor said, whatever means they will take to get money. And then after the money, most people think after money, it should be women. So they go in for these women. And then also for our single mothers, single ladies out there, we should stop putting pressure on them. Because the pressure on them, the desire to please the society sometimes push these women into looking out for side cocks. And then can we be a little empathic? And then be sympathetic as well, because you are going into a home. You go for the man, but the man is the head. So whatever affects him comes down to everybody. If the woman is not happy because daddy is not staying at home, daddy is giving attention somewhere, sometimes it's so heartbreaking that the man is well-to-do, like you said. But every resource, everything is going to fuel the side chick, but the home is empty. Mother is still struggling. And when mother is not happy, it comes down to the kids. The kids are not happy. They see mommy not well. Sometimes they are sick financially, all that. So can we start bringing up that love again in a society? Can we stop being selfish a bit? So sometimes you genuinely need help. Look for the help in the right way. I think that's how I'll say it.
Thank you very much. Mothers, some mothers, can we stop telling our daughters to look for men who can take care of them? In the name of with this advice, we have men who can pretend, and rent vehicles and Land Cruisers just to come and sleep with your daughters and give them strange diseases. That is that is a very bad advice. Breaking a home doesn't come with any pride. You're a side chick, you are proud of it, you break a home, you intentionally break a home, and you are the man, you have a very beautiful home. I just got this call yesterday, it almost put me in tears. Young couple, I mean, everything is all right until there's this woman on their side, and the home is, everything goes bad. So that peace you used to enjoy in your home, everything has been depleted. Why do we do this to ourselves?
But you are sowing the seed. When you go and break a home, you give birth to children, and you expect that the children should have a peaceful home.
It keeps cycling itself.
It's a recycling.
That's a problem.
Cycling itself. We can be better. Of course, we will never endorse side chickism, side kickism, side cockism. None of it. God bless you.